Well, sports fans, welcome back. Part 2, the Ringling properties. Part 1, we've seen the museums. Now here in part 2, we're going to the D Zan house. That's the house built by John Ringling. We're going to take a look at it. So hang in there. Here we go. A little about Mabel Burton Ringling. Mabel Burton Ringling was born March 4th, 1875 in Moons, Ohio, and died on June 8th, 1929. On December 29th, 1905, John and Mabel were married in Hoboken, New Jersey. She was 30 and he was 39. John was born in May 31, 1866 in McGregor, Iowa, and died December 2nd, 1936. He was the son of a German immigrant harness maker, the second youngest boy in a family of 7 brothers and 1 sister. In 1882, when John was 16 years old, the Ringling family moved to Barboa, Wisconsin. In 1884, 5 brothers, including John, joined with an experienced circus showman to create Yankee Robinson and the Ringling Brothers Double Show. In 1885, the Ringling Brothers became the sole proprietor of the Yankee Robinson and Ringling Brothers Double Show. John was the advance man. He scheduled, contracted, and arranged circus bookings. In addition to the circus, John invested in railroads, oil wells, real estate, and theaters. In his heyday, his estimated worth was $200 million in capital assets. In 1911, the Ringlings purchased 20 acres of waterfront property in Sarasota, Florida. This included a house built by one of the Ringling circus managers, Charles Thompson. The Ringlings began spending winters in Sarasota in 1912. They became involved in the community, bought real estate, and at one time owned approximately 25% of Sarasota's total area. In 1927, John Ringling moved his winter headquarters of the circus from Bridgeport, Connecticut to Sarasota. In 1924, construction began on the Ringlings' new Sarasota home, D Zan, which means House of John. The house was completed just before Christmas 1925 at a cost of $1.5 million, and the Ringlings moved in during November of 1926. The architectural style is called Venetian Gothic. The house is on a site 1,000 feet long, waterfront property on Sarasota Bay, and 3,000 feet deep. D Zan is a 200-foot long mansion encompassing approximately 22,000 square feet with 32 rooms and 15 bathrooms. The structure has 4 stories. The main floor includes living, entertainment, and dining areas. The Ringlings' private bedrooms, as well as 5 guest rooms, encompass the second floor. The third floor consists of a game room and bath, and the fourth floor is a great beamed guest room and bath with windows on all 4 sides. The pinnacle of the structure is a 61-foot tower with an open-air landing and a high dome ceiling. D Zan is constructed of terracotta, T-blocks, concrete, brick, all covered with stucco and terracotta, and embellished glazed tile. The dining room table accommodates 22 chairs and 20 leaves. The crystal chandelier from the original Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York hangs in the court. This is an elevator. About a two-person elevator is what it amounts to. This was the living quarters, and a lot of the furniture that was here on display has been removed for one reason or another. And you can also tell that the camera is struggling with the lighting. So we're doing the best we can. There's the lady of the house. You can also see their fascination for Oriental art. And the Venetian era architecture and furniture and design is seen throughout the house. How's that for a ceiling? Too bad they've removed so much of the furnishings. But you can see here the tapestry throughout the house. Tapestry fades, of course, and there's not a lot you can do about that. You have to keep the light off of it. Now you can shoot video in here and you can shoot photographs as long as there's no flash. And you'll find that in about every museum you go into. Throughout their travels in Europe, you can see where they were heavily influenced by the architecture and designs. Something you don't see much of today, pantries or service pantries. Just off the main kitchen and between the dining rooms. So it would go, everything would go from the kitchen through here to be served. This gold thing you see up on the wall, that's a bell system. So if they needed anything, they would ring their bell, and that would tell the servants in the house what room they were in, you know, they were ringing from what room. And here's a model of John's boat. Kitchen, I see, has been rearranged a little bit. It's not in its original, some of the appliances are not in their original spots. Back stairway. They do have pictures here of some of the bedrooms. But on this tour, you're not allowed off the first floor, so you're missing the second, third, and fourth floor in the tour.
We're in competition here with the
You're winning. How's that for a porch? Not bad, huh? They still hold events out here, and evidently from the chairs I see stacked up, there'll be something going on within a day or two. This is where John docked the boat. This is where it's set. This house was $1.5 million when it was built. What do you suppose it would cost today to buy this piece of property? Wild guess, about 20 to 25 million. Well, that was the house. Went through it. Little disappointing in a way. Still beautiful, still something to see, but not what it used to be. They removed a lot of the furniture, and they've cut the tour through it down. You don't get to see probably half of what you used to get to see, and that part's disappointing. Now they'll probably try to tell you it's due to COVID and they want to make more room for distancing. Can't buy that whole story, but still worth seeing. If you've never seen it, you need to come out and see it. So we're gonna head back to the car, quite a walk. See you guys down the road.